Reports emerging from intelligence circles suggest a chilling new possibility, that Mojtaba, son of the late Iranian leader, may not target any US base in the Middle East but instead strike at the very heart of America itself to avenge his father's death. Panic appears to be growing across US security agencies amid rumors that Iran could be planning a bold revenge drone strike targeting none other than the state of California, a scenario that has set emergency alert systems on edge. Analysts now believe Tehran may be preparing to replicate Russia's battlefield strategy, using covert cargo ships as launch platforms for a secret long-range drone assault, making detection even more difficult for US defenses. Inside Washington, President Trump is said to be increasingly alarmed by intelligence reports warning of potential Iranian sleeper cells operating quietly on American soil, adding a dangerous new dimension to an already spiraling conflict.
And if they try to hit us back, have you been briefed about how many Iran sleeper cells there could be inside the US right now?
In a dramatic new development, US federal investigators have warned that Iran may be planning a potential attack on the state of California, according to alarming findings disclosed by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Police departments across the US West Coast have reportedly been placed on heightened alert, as authorities brace for what they describe as a credible threat linked to possible Iranian operations targeting American territory. The FBI now believes Tehran could attempt to launch armed drones directly from a vessel stationed somewhere in the Pacific Ocean, a covert maritime strategy designed to strike the US mainland while evading early detection systems. The FBI alert as per sources to ABC News said, quote, "We recently acquired information that as of early February 2026, Iran allegedly aspired to conduct a surprise attack using unmanned aerial vehicles from an unidentified vessel off the coast of the United States homeland, specifically against unspecified targets in California, in the event that the US conducted strikes against Iran," unquote. Intelligence analysts believe this may be part of Tehran's larger plan of retaliation against both the United States and Israel, following their coordinated military assault that began on February 28, an operation that fundamentally altered the balance of the conflict. The attacks on that day claimed the life of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who was reportedly killed during the joint US-Israeli strikes, an event that sent political shockwaves through the region and beyond. Just days later, Khamenei's son, Mojtaba, was declared his successor, and under his leadership, Iran has dramatically intensified its campaign of revenge, directing an unrelenting wave of missile and drone strikes against enemy targets. Official reports indicate that Iran's latest missile launches have carried warheads weighing up to 1,000 kilograms, nearly double the 500 to 600 kilogram payloads it used earlier, signaling a clear effort to amplify destruction and psychological impact. Meanwhile, the United States remains deeply concerned over the potential threat of Iranian sleeper cells said to be embedded on American soil, raising fears of internal attacks timed to coincide with ongoing overseas operations. President Trump has publicly stated that he is fully aware of these Iranian sleeper networks operating inside the country, a revelation that has only heightened public anxiety as the war continues to escalate on multiple fronts.
About this bulletin that some law enforcement put out about a possible Iran revenge plot in California, where there would be some kind of a boat offshore launching drones towards the...
It's being investigated, but you have a lot of things happening, and all we can do is take them as they come. And the war itself is being prosecuted as well as anybody has ever seen, and this is other countries telling me too. Big countries, powerful countries, they said they've never seen anything like it. And they also agree with what I'm doing. They say it's an evil country, and it's been for 47 years that way.
And if they try to hit us back, have you been briefed about how many Iran sleeper cells there could be inside the U.S. right now?
I have been, and a lot of people came in through Biden with this stupid open border. But we know where most of them are. We've got our eye on all of them, I think.
Is it dozens?
They came in through the open border policies of Sleepy Joe Biden, one of the worst president in the history of our country. And we've got our eyes on all of them. But the war itself is being prosecuted at a level that nobody's seen before. It's pretty amazing to watch.
Intelligence sources have suggested that Iran may be preparing to employ a controversial Russian-style tactic, launching drones from off-radar cargo or oil ships positioned in international waters, far beyond conventional surveillance zones. This alleged strategy mirrors previous reports from 2025, when Russia was accused of striking European nations using a shadow fleet of disguised oil tankers that secretly carried and deployed armed drones under civilian cover. Emerging intelligence briefings now indicate that Moscow could be extending direct support to Iran, reportedly providing real-time reconnaissance data and targeting information to help Iranian forces pinpoint and strike US military positions across the Middle East. We are in constant contact with the Iranian side and with the Iranian leadership. As President Vladimir Putin has said, Russia is always ready to do what it can to restore peace and stability in the region, unquote. Iran's new supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei, has still not appeared in public since the war began, fueling speculation and concern over his condition and grip on power. According to reports, Mojtaba Khamenei sustained injuries to his legs and face during the February 28 strikes, the same coordinated assault that killed his father and shattered Iran's leadership hierarchy. This revelation was first highlighted in a March 11 report by the New York Times, which cited Israeli and Iranian officials who confirmed that Mojtaba was wounded but remained alive in a secure location. Despite these injuries, multiple outlets report that Mojtaba Khamenei is still hurt but functioning, actively serving as Iran's new supreme leader while directing the country's wartime strategy from behind the scenes. As relayed by the Jerusalem Post and other regional media, Mojtaba is believed to be capable of carrying out his official duties and managing core state affairs, even if his mobility remains limited. He was officially named his father's successor during the night between March the 8th and 9th, when Iran's Assembly of Experts formally endorsed him as the new supreme leader at an emergency session in Tehran. Yet, despite his appointment, not a single photograph or video of the newly installed leader has been released so far, deepening the mystery around his health and exact situation. Critics and opposition voices argue that Mojtaba's absence from public view raises serious questions about who is truly making the key decisions inside Iran's power structure at this critical time. Iranian officials and state media insist there is no cause for alarm, repeatedly describing the supreme leader as safe and sound, even as rumors of his injuries continue to circulate. That reassurance was echoed by Youssef Pezeshkian, the son of Iran's president, who publicly stated that Mojtaba Khamenei is safe and sound despite the reports, attempting to calm speculation about a leadership vacuum.